Welcome to Create Your Own Economy podcast, the weekly podcast that equips you with the know-hows, the strategies, tools, and resources to create your own economy, grow your business, and live the life you desire. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. Hello and welcome. I am your host, Bunmi Ajibade. Today, I'm thrilled to have a special guest who brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in turning your passion of content creation into a viable business. I tell you, this young woman is so smart. You better bring out your pencil and your pen and your paper. You want to write down all the information she will be sharing. And the purpose of this episode is to make content creation actionable for few and experienced creators looking to monetize their content more effectively. So whatever you are passionate about, we want to see how Mimi can really help you steer you into monetizing your content creation. So Mimi, welcome to the Create Your Own Economy podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about Mimi. I just met Mimi. You know how those things come to your Facebook, and I saw her and I just liked her and I reached out to her, and then she's been a friend since then, and she has really helped me also. She has coached me on some of the things that I really don't know about, so don't let me go there because there's some things I really don't know. And she has been very graceful in sharing some things with me.
Thank you.
That's why you shouldn't be shy in reaching out to somebody that knows what you don't know. Absolutely. Nobody knows everything.
Okay? Yeah. Absolutely.
So let me tell you a little bit about Mimi. Mimi, armed with a bachelor's degree in business management, Mimi is not just an author and a content coach, but also a professional with strong communication, organizational, and administrative skills. And these skills are a testament to her competence and reliability. She is passionate about sharing her knowledge with others. I can tell you that. And so many people can attest to that, especially in content creation. Mimi is driven and focused. Yes, she is. She sets goals and achieves them. I have seen it. She believes that if you have identified what you want to do, you should go all the way with no excuses. She sounds like one of my friends, Miss Tawana Williams, no excuses. Mimi offers a range of services tailored to your needs, including one-on-one content creation classes, group training classes, brainstorming sessions, and many more. And these services are designed to equip you with the skills and knowledge you need to succeed in your content creation journey. Again, Mimi, you are welcome.
Thank you. It's so weird listening to someone read about you.
Right? It's like, is that me? But does that sound like you?
Oh, I didn't know I had all that. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
That's what you do. And you know what? You do it very well. And that's why I reached out to you, that you do this very well. And can you share your knowledge with people? Because, in this podcast space, it's about you sharing your knowledge with other people just to help them.
Right.
And I've seen you do that over and over again, in your videos. So Can you share your background and what inspired you to really start your own business and make content creation a full-time business?
Thank you so much, Bunmi, for having me here, really. So, a little bit about myself. It's not going to be a long speech. Of course, I'm Mimi. I'm a Nigerian. Um, I went to journalism school, so I love to talk because that's what journalists do. And part of that journalism journey has, media as part of it. It could be TV, radio, and all of that. And it's something that I started out of, I've been trying to get admission. I didn't get the course I wanted to study. So I'm like, okay, let me go do mass communication, right? And I was trying to see how I can actually incorporate those things that I learned in school into media without actually going through the traditional media that we have, meaning radio, newspaper, TV. So I'm lucky to be born in an era where social media exists. And I said to myself, instead of me to start struggling to look for a TV station that is going to give me airtime, how about I create my own platform and, let people know me, So I started on Facebook, just trial by error with no formal training, just doing what I thought, was right. And from there, I kept improving. Every video got better than the last one. And that's one of the things that I also say, that regardless of what you want to start, just that, because you would improve with, every episode of this podcast is going to be better than the last one. But if you
Yes.
didn't start because you want to perfect it, then you never actually would start anything. So that's how I, stumbled into content. And then I started learning about monetization, and I moved to YouTube. And in no time, because I like money. So at
We
the
all
time,
do, right?
at the time, Facebook, even now, they don't officially monetize for Nigerians unless you are in one of those countries that are, monetized, that is eligible for monetization. So I decided to move on to YouTube since everybody is monetizable there, regardless of your country. And so I started creating content on YouTube. I started getting paid monthly, like I would earn salary as well, coming from Google. And I'm like, okay, um, I'm a fan of Pastor Bojo, Yomade, and he said something. He said anything that can give you 500 naira has the ability to give you 500,000. So I told myself that if I can make whatever amount it is that I'm making right now on this platform, there is room to actually make way more out
Yeah.
of this platform. So I started learning about content creation, because
Yes.
from where, it's not like there's a formal school for you to go and say,
Mm.
oh, I want to enroll in content creation class and I'm a graduate, class 2007.
Right.
There's nothing like that. So you just keep learning from other people, watching other people, improving on your own skill sets. And I did that for about 4 years. And then I said, okay, it's about time. When I built that page to like 50,000 followers, I said, it's about time I moved to other platforms. And that's how I started Instagram, which we're also like close to 65,000 right now.
Yes.
Just building one platform at a time, because that's my own strategy. I don't believe in being everywhere at the same time,
Yes.
but build one part time. And yeah,
Yes.
that's when after years of being on social media, I realized that there are people out there that need to understand that you can actually earn a living on these platforms, especially if you're from my home country, where Nigeria, where, we are struggling with jobs. We're saying, oh, no, I'm a fresh graduate, no one to employ me. You can actually employ yourself. And one thing I tell people, there is no skill that is not monetizable. You just haven't
Mm.
believed in it enough to know that there are people out there that are willing to pay for what you know.
Wow.
So because of that realization, I decided to put everything that I've learned in the last 4 years into training, and which you've attended one of those classes.
Mhm.
There is no way for
Yes.
me to even put those trainings into like written courses or anything. I just pour everything that I know into showing other people that, hey, you know what? I don't know what kind of content you want to create. Even if you just want to be making juice you can monetize the skills
Mm-hmm.
and earn a living, and
Yes.
most of those passions stem from when I also had my baby. And then I realized that a lot of women stay at home, to take care and nurture for those first few years. Even that nurturing, even that child, all the things you do on a daily basis can actually be content. Everything really
Yes.
can actually be content. So that's how I
Yes.
went into coaching. Other than that, I work professionally as a project manager as well, and
Mm.
that's me.
Yeah. 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 Thank you for sharing that. I love what you said. You know, any skill you have, any passion you have can actually be monetized, can give you
Absolutely,
money if you
absolutely,
know how to present it.
right.
And I just had an interview with another great lady, and that was exactly what she said. She said,
Yeah,
when you are passionate about something, when you have a passion, then you need to find a way.
yeah,
You need to find those people that will need what you're passionate about. And
right.
then that can turn into a business. And that is the thing,
Absolutely,
can turn into a
absolutely,
business. And,
absolutely.
when I attended your class, or, one of I watch your videos, I still keep some of them I've not watched, which I'll still watch. You talked about focusing on a niche, and you gave example of yourself that
Yeah,
there was a time you were just
everywhere.
doing random things. You were,
Yeah.
doing random videos. How important is nailing down a niche when it comes to content creation?
So this would sound like something that anyone who has tried to watch how to grow on social media would have come across, because all the content gurus out there will tell you stick to a niche, and that sticking to a niche somehow will begin to sound as if it's too random. But in all honesty, you can't grow on social media without sticking to a particular niche. The reason for that is because, like I say in my classes, you have to kind of think of three possible ways, at least three, to make money with your content. One of them is going to be ad revenue, which is the most popular one. And let me even start from that. When you create a video, and let's use YouTube as a platform or even Instagram, and you post that video, the first few minutes of that video would be the algorithm just distributing it to as many people that they think would need that video. If those people, okay, don't click, or they click and don't watch it for a long time, or there's no interaction, or even in the best case scenario, there is interaction, they like it, tendencies that that person would want to go to your main page to see
Mhm.
other similar videos and mind-blowing ideas that you probably shared within that niche. Now, let's use someone who talks about finance, for example. So I'm just scrolling, I don't know you, and your video pops up and it's about finance. And I learned so much I learned so much within that 1 minute clip that I just saw. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the main page and see. She probably shared other things about investment and financial tips and stuff. And when I get there, what I'm seeing is food, and I don't see anything else related to finance. Now, even though that video I watch is great, I probably won't follow you because I would think that was just a one-off.
Mm.
So, first of all, sticking to a niche helps the algorithm to push your video to people who have similar interests all the time.
Yes.
And then secondly, helps people to follow you for a particular reason. If I'm
Mm.
following Dave Ramsey, it's because I'm interested in real estate.
Yes.
If I want to follow Ife's Kitchen or Sisi Yemi, it's because I'm interested in cooking. If
Oh,
I want
yes,
to
my
follow,
puff puff. I love the puff puff.
you understand. Imagine you get there and, instead of showing us all those beautiful Nigerian recipe and intercontinental
Mhm.
dish, and she's talking about crypto, you'd be like,
Mm-mm.
and for all we know, they are probably knowledgeable about those things, but they've just chosen an aspect of what
Yes.
of what to share and what to teach. And that's the importance of just niching down. And
Yes.
that's not just all. The second aspect is also collaboration, because I just talked about ad revenue. So as a content creator, you are also positioning yourself for brands to want to work with you. It's very important. You are like your own TV station. That's what your page is like. It's a platform, and one of the ways to monetize that platform is that brands reach out and say, we love what you're doing. We want you to make a video for us. This is what our product is about. And your content and your person matches what we are looking for to promote this product, So your page is like a resume, The marketing team or whoever is reaching out to you already went through your page to know if they want to work with you or not before they reached out.
Yes.
Now, if your page is not about one niche, and then let's use food, so since everybody eats, and there is a brand, a cooking, maybe one of those ingredients we use in cooking, and they are looking for people to promote that particular seasoning that they just made. They come to a page, they're going to look at it and say, oh, everything about this page has to do with food. So this is our person for this promotion. But if I post about food today, and tomorrow I post about vacation, and the next day I post about my shoes, and the following day I'm posting about finance, and then the next, my children, maybe marriage, and then just imagine brands are just scrolling and they come up. I mean, we don't even know who your followers, what your audience are interested in. That's why it's important to stick to a niche, because brands would want to work with you. And there is no niche that you actually choose that you don't have targeted brands. I'm into AI and digital marketing. Those are my audience.
Yes.
I don't expect a seasoning company to reach out to me and say, we want you to promote our Maggi cubes or whatever.
So maybe there's an AI seasoning.
Unless an AI seasoning comes up and then I'm your girl, So that's the importance of sticking down to a niche, because whatever niche you chose, there will be, brands that want to, work with you, but you can't be everywhere. Also, it's not possible that you're knowledgeable about so many things at the same time, So if you have too many ideas, I just tell you straight up to pick one. The third reason why niching down is important is because there's something I also call making money with your content by offering back a service or a product to your followers. Now, if you don't stick to a niche and you go ahead and write a book, okay, and you write an ebook, or you introduce a coaching service like I do, your followers won't even want to participate in your coaching because they are not necessarily interested in what you're posting, because you're not also posting about one thing. So if you say you're a content coach and all you do post has to do with content and making money, if you say, oh, I want to have a training where I teach people how to make money online, your followers will be the first people that want to join. And even when other people just scroll past and they come across that video, before they even bring out, even if it's $10 you're charging for your coaching, they will go through the page to see, you said you're a content coach. Let me see what you've done. Let me see your page. Does it match what you're claiming or what you're saying you teach us? Are you even doing what you say you will teach other people?
Yes.
And then when they come to your page, they see, oh, consistency, there's consistency and there's coherence between all the posts. And then they can say, okay, let me pay for this lady's ebook. Let me pay for this person's coaching or counseling or whatever consultation that, I would like to pick the brain of this person.
Yes.
It's all because you are talking about one niche. And when we talk about niche, oftentimes people mistake it as topic. Sticking to one niche is not sticking to one topic. Meaning, if I'm a food content creator, which I'm not, I can talk about making stew today, but even that stew has 100 ways of making it.
Yes.
I can talk of making stew for rice. I can talk about omi obe like my Yoruba people do, which they don't fry it that much. There's so many ways you can even just make stew, fish stew, turkey stew, and that is not one talk. Even though you might say, oh, we're talking about food, that is just on stew alone. And even when you whip up some, easy salad fruits, that is food. You make a quick mocktail, that is food. You decide to make some pastries, that is food. All different types of food, but the niche of, all of them falls within the niche of food and what people eat. So that's the importance of actually sticking down to one niche. It just makes you a professional, and people take you more serious when you stick to one topic idea per time.
Yeah. And also one of the things that you said is, you is consistency. You always
Yeah.
say that consistency. And how do you how do you find the inspiration to be consistent in your creative work?
So the way I put it, one of my favorite quote is, if you need something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you find excuse. Everyone has time. Everybody, it just depends on what you prioritize. I have 2 children, I have a job, and I still create time for this because I'm not busy 24 hours of the day. So it's important to look at your window and see time that there has to be some free time for you in 24 hours where you can dedicate into your content. So the way
Yes.
I see content creation for me is for me, it's a business. I'm not even online to get popular or for people to know me. I'm just here to make money with what I have in my head. So if I have enough time to do my 9 to 5, no matter how tired I am, I have to dedicate, even though it's just 2 hours out of my 24 hours, into building my own business. And that's how I see it. And for me, a lot of my inspiration come from how did I not get so tired to go do someone else's job?
Okay, how
And
did I
now,
not get
yeah.
tired to
Mm-hmm.
go build somebody else's dream?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
And
that's a big one.
and now I'm too tired to do mine. So I don't even consider what I'm doing for myself um to be work. I see it like I'm building something that will be mine, so it's not possible for me not to have time for my own thing. So like I said, even as a mother, you are not busy 24 hours of the day. There will be there was a time my children, they were so small. My baby was less than 1, and you won't even notice from my content because I was still consistent. Why? Because she has those windows where she sleeps. So
Mm.
I've I'm intelligent enough to observe pattern and say, okay, between this window, this child is going to sleep. So a lot of the time, the day that people want to make a post as a content creator is the day they want to shoot the video. So now you are struggling because you feel like, oh, I need to meet up with this timeline. But for me, I can be cooking and an idea drops. I'll just write it down on my phone. Okay, I'm not shooting a video that day. I'm not going to go set my cameras and lights and say, hey guys, no, I write it down, you know. And it's also important to follow people in your niche, which is, we're going back to that niche, that are doing well. So if you are into tech review, follow content creators that talk about tech. If you are into digital marketing, follow creators that are doing so well in digital marketing. So when you do, you would find ideas. You will see what they share. You will see inspiration. You can't even exhaust all the topic within your niche. That's if you stick to one niche in the first place. So apart from the ideas that I have myself, there are also people asking you questions in your comments. Those are things that people are looking for. Whenever you see comments asking you something like a follow-up question, and you see that pattern repeat itself, most people seem to be asking you similar question, that is an idea you can pick to create a video about. You can respond to that comment and you can create a video about that
Out of
as
that.
well.
Wow.
In this age and time, we also have Chargegpt. So if I go and say, hey, Chargegpt, give me 100 content idea on digital marketing, that, has the potential to go viral. Break it down, by, creating a problem and also offering solution. I can give it a prompt, and within my niche, I'll have 100 topic that I can't even finish creating video about. So when it comes to inspiration, first of all, I'm much more inspired from the fact that this is my company, this is my business.
It's
I
yours.
have to, if I put in 9 hours, doing my 9 to 5, I can dedicate 2 hours into my own thing, And now something that started as a side hustle has become like my major source of income, and that took less hours, I dedicated less hours into this than I'm even putting into my 9 to 5. I used to work in a hospital. Imagine how hectic it is. Yet you come back and you still create. And another trick that I do tell people that are really busy, because I don't advise people to leave their job just to become full-time content creators. When it's time for you to become a full-time content creator, nobody will tell you to leave your job. You would know. But as someone who is just starting out, no matter how brilliant that idea sounds to you, you can't quit your job until you start and see how people respond before you say, oh, I'm making X amount of money and now I can stop. So one of the things that I tell people that are busy and how to combine content to their 9 to 5 is, so now we have a lot of topic from our ideas, and we have a lot of topics from, following people that we admire within our niche. And also we have AI tools like Chargegpt to give us content ideas. Now, the day you want to shoot your video, this is what I do. I would pick 3 topics, for example. I'll get 3 different outfits, and then I'll set it. I'm done recording the first video. I take that clothes off. I record the second. I record the third one. Now, I'm not, because that day is just about shooting. I'm not thinking of what topic, what is the idea, what can I talk about today? Those mental, gymnastic work you're doing, trying to figure out what topic idea you already get tired before you even make one video. So in the same day, I can shoot 3 videos. But who would know? I'm wearing 3 outfits. I'm posting them in 3 different days. You won't know which day. Luckily for us as women, I can put on 3 different wigs if I want.
Wigs. Change lipstick.
Change lipstick.
Change jewelry.
Yeah. So sometimes some people be like, oh, how do you, shoot every day with children and everything? I say, no, I don't shoot every day.
I don't shoot every day.
No, I don't shoot every day. You see me post 3 times a week, but I don't shoot. Most times those 3 videos, I made them in one day. The other day of the week where I'm not shooting, I'm using it to edit those videos.
Yes.
So it's all about smart work. And the days that I'm not editing videos, I schedule my classes. You can actually, I think one of the blessings that God has given women is their ability to multitask. I honestly think that it might be difficult for men to multitask, but as a woman, I don't see how it is that you can multitask, especially.
Look, Mimi, look, you can say that now because I said that when I was your age. But look, when you get to my age, you will say differently.
Believe it or not, you're still multitasking. We are here.
Well, I still do. I still do better than my husband.
Yeah.
I still do better than my husband.
Maybe at different age, our level of
you will slow down.
Yeah. Because of aging, but compare you to people
even my husband now, I do better than him. Yes, definitely.
You are now, before we started this video, we were talking about all the things you are doing.
You saw me, you saw the different things, gymnastics I was doing right here.
Yeah, I honestly think it's possible. It might not be that you're adding too many things at a time, but maybe you can start multitasking with just your job and content. Maybe you don't have to add coaching and add classes, consultations, just with 2 things first. Then you observe and see what that looks like for you. And then you can introduce something else. Maybe I'm just someone who likes to be busy after all.
And you know what? It's okay. I think once we know who we are, once we understand our personality, and once we know what drives us,
right,
everybody will work and will do according to what drives them and according to the skill set that they have.
Right.
Because if everybody wants to work like Mimi, there will be a problem. If everybody wants to work like me, there will definitely be a problem because I tell you, the energy that I have, I amaze myself at times. And when I shut down, I amaze myself at times also. So
right.
Exactly. Because if anybody meets me when I shut down, somebody might say, this woman is lazy. But when I go on and on and on. So the most important thing is knowing what you're passionate about and knowing what your niche is and if you have a full-time job, you heard what she said. You don't have to leave your job because you are making some money. No,
Right.
don't leave your job until I always tell people your job is here, your business, you are making money, but eventually the money will be going up, the job will be coming, and then once you are comfortable and the job
Mm-hmm.
is giving you this and you are comfortable
Right.
here and you are able to diversify businesses here, not only one source,
Mm-hmm.
not only content creation, because they can come up with a new whatever for content creation to limit the money, then where do you go? So those are some of the things that you really need to look at. Now, your videos, new AI thing, new technology, new. So which one? Which one? What is the to-go one right now? Like if you want to say content creators, three things right now, one, two, three, what would those be?
So the beautiful thing about AI is that every day new one comes out.
Today, I
So
cannot keep up, Mimi.
it's not possible for me to even tell you right now that pick these three, because why should you just pick three? There are
Oh
so
God.
many. But that's also the thing. Every AI tool is made to solve a particular problem. It's not meant for us to use all of them.
Mhm.
So, if you are into, let's say you run a firm and you do projects, for example, all you need to do is get AI tools that can help you with projects, right? You don't need to get AI tools that is helping a content creator split videos, or edit videos. So that's the beauty about AI. Every day new ones come up. Even before I joined this meeting, I was just having a quick call with an AI company because they're about to launch an AI tool in 2 weeks, and they want me to be, one of their, they want me to partner with them and to collaborate with them. So the thing about AI is, at this point, I don't have favorite. And that's why whenever it comes up, I just make videos about them, because why not? Whether we like it or not, the world is evolving and we all have to evolve with it. Um, Before now, if you are a content creator and you make a video, people would come to the comment section, to ask questions and all of that. And you have to manually respond to all these questions. These days, you just use ManyChats, which is an AI tool.
Yeah.
With AI tools now, you don't have to manually respond to comments. Most times, when I make a video and I say comment the word this, I give a trigger word, maybe comment the word training or comment the word content, and I'll forward you this to your DM. You leave those comments, and both my response and what you receive in your DM is automated by, ManyChats. So those are the beauty of, if not, you need to hire someone who is going to be responding. Otherwise, people will say, oh, you are rude, you don't respond to comments. So different AI tools, to do different things. If I create a 20-minute video right now and I'm looking for an AI to break it into 1 minute for me, I can just use Opus Clip to do that. And
Yes, I love
um,
it.
that splits the whole thing into different, so I can't say I have a favorite. Recently I just did a video. In fact, this morning, I've not posted it, for a particular AI company. And what they do is that they help YouTube channel. They have an AI tool that can help you as a YouTuber, give you better titles for your video, write the video description for you, and even suggest hooks that you can use for your
You
YouTube
sure?
video. Right, agentgo.ai. And I worked for them this morning before I just finished shooting their video before we had this meeting. So the thing is, they just keep coming up with new AI. I don't have a favorite right now.
And for somebody that has a business and all that, and I've heard this from different people, and I have paid for ChatGPT Pro, I've paid for Opus Clip, I've paid for one more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love this mini chat. And definitely,
Yeah.
I will go for that agent or something. I'm struggling with
Yeah.
that aspect of. And when you have to pay for pro, It's a lot of money.
And
That's what
that's
I'm
why I
trying
said
to
every
say.
AI tool is not supposed to be something you must use. Pick the ones that you absolutely need and just leave the rest. Because one thing with subscriptions, people don't realize that by the time you are on so many pro version, like you just said, your cost of now running your online business becomes really, really high, you know.
Yes.
So things that you do not need, there's no point paying for them. Plus, also, all these tools have free versions. Before I pay for anything, I try to even see how consistent I will use the free one and see if I absolutely need it. Because whatever you want to do these days, there seems to be like an AI tool for that. So limits, just because a new AI is in town does not mean, and I used to say something, if what you're using is not bad, you don't have to change. You don't
Yeah.
have to upgrade,
Yeah.
because then the cost of monthly subscriptions might then become too high. And when you check how much you are spending in subscriptions and how much you are making online, it seems like you're wasting money and wasting your time. So yeah, AI tools are there to make our life easy. Just pick which one you need.
Yes. And you know what? If you know you need one just right now, and maybe for 3 months, and you grasp the concept, then you can unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
you grasp whatever it is that you are looking for. Look, so if you have somebody right now, and if what would you suggest for someone who wants to monetize their content and they want to make it a full-time business?
So if you want to monetize your content, this is one thing I'm going to tell you. It is not easy. There's this tendency to think that creating content is, once I just start posting, I'll start making money.
Mhm.
No, it's the same way if you open a business right now. People need to understand that there's a shop right down there that sells groceries. And then people then need to make up their mind if they will stop going to their favorite grocery shop before they will and start shopping on, from that one. People then will start determining, okay, is the price better? What, so many things. If it's a physical shop, right? Even when you start content as your own business, first of all, you need to put in the work. There has to be level of consistency. What I recommend is you post at least 3 times a day. Stick to one niche. Show up all the time.
All the time.
Respond to comments. When people ask you questions, respond. And don't see yourself as someone, there's also this tendency to think you're not a celebrity because you create content, So when you make a post and people ask you questions, see it as, if you have that shop we are just using as an example, if a customer working, whether or not they buy something, you're not going to be rude to them. You are still going to say, hi, good morning, welcome to my store. Is there anything I can help you out with? The person can go around and say, oh no, you guys don't have what I'm looking for, and leave. And you say, oh, thank you. See you again next time. Try and, you are not going to. So it's the same thing when people comment, when people send you DMs, consider them people working into your store to ask for something, So if you want to take content as a business, I'll tell you this, don't also just start stacky. It's okay to start with what you have, but even what you have can be improved. I make all my content with my phone, but then I have a very nice giant light that makes it look as if I'm shooting with a camera, but I'm not. Sound is important. You are in the business of sound. Even if it's those tiny microphone, put it down here so that you sound like a professional, you know. Just little things. These days you can even use AI to generate backgrounds,
Yes.
Use Leonardo.ai. If I want this background now to look like a whole studio, I can do it using AI too. So you don't have excuse to say, it's because of the kind of house I'm staying. I wish, you can even just go online and download a nice background picture to your phone, use CapCut to add that as your background and make a video. And that will look like you're in one beautiful office studio. So there's no excuse, even though you're starting with just your phone. I also tell people that in my own content niche, I don't think outside the box. Actually, I just do normal things. It's okay to just create content about normal things. So what I mean by that is I'm showing up. I'm not even in my class, I'm not telling you things that you probably even never heard before. I'm showing up, and that's the difference.
Yes.
3 times a week, you will find content on my page.
Yes.
When you ask me a question, you will see response. If you're looking for me within a particular niche, you will find me within just my niche. Those are the only, and then I stick to, one platform per time. Now, if you are good at multitasking, back to what we were saying before, and you can maintain Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, by all means. In my own experience, I take one platform and I set goal. So on Facebook, I said if I get to 50,000, I'll move to YouTube. I'm at 50,000 on Facebook, I move to YouTube. I'm at 50,000 on YouTube, I move to Instagram. I'm at 50,000 now on Instagram. If I decide to move to TikTok, I can concentrate and say, okay, these other three, they have good numbers that if I post something there, it will get views. So I can go ahead and build another platform. Even right now, I've decided to even just stick to 2 platforms. So it's just Instagram and YouTube. I'm not even going to be everywhere. And that's the same thing that I'll tell you. If you identify a niche and you need to be knowledgeable about that niche, sometimes people can tell if you know what you're saying or you're just guessing it.
Yeah.
So even if it's not something that you are knowledgeable about, learn about that thing first
Learning.
before you create a video.
Yes.
It's true that there is no publicity that is a waste. So you can say something ignorantly and then it can go viral. But then you're also going viral for being ignorant,
Okay.
So we're looking at, you creating videos that give value, that, you are working with companies. We're not like talking about gossips and things that will just trend for trending sake. So for those kind of content where that is going to at some point go beyond you making content and is going to move from content to you becoming a brand, because you are not separating, you can't even separate yourself from the brand. So when people say, oh, what's your page? I say, oh, Mimi Ojieh. Well, what's my name? Mimi Ojieh.
Mimi
I
Ojieh.
can't separate myself from the brand. So whatever content that I'm putting out there is also a reflection of, people use it to assume, okay, this girl's always talking about AI. That means she likes tech, So there's this perception that people can get based on the type of content that you're posting. But we're actually now in an era where these platforms are competing with each other, and we're going to get to that point where this person would want to pay this person more so that this content creator can post more on this platform. This month alone, I had there's now a new social media platform that is about to launch, and they reached out to me and said, would you like to be, in our testing, be one of the testers before they launch? And absolutely, it's owned by an African and is going to be paying African creators, monetization money from the beginning. Once you meet their criteria, you start earning. Unlike when a Nigerian needs to be have somebody in one of the countries that are monetized for you to
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah.
And this is going to be for the whole of Africa. And that is 52 country, if I'm correct, or 54. So imagine what that alone would do. So as that comes up, that is more platform that you can actually
Yes.
make money. And guess what? Same video you create that you put on Instagram, you can post it on that platform.
That
You can
platform.
post it. So there's nothing really stopping you aside just taking, the thing is, I tell people almost everybody can create a video because you've done a video before with your phone. Either did it for fun, you didn't think about it as a business, but we all know how to at least press record.
Yes.
And if pressing record is not a problem, then how you are consistently pressing that record and sharing what you have in your head is the only difference between someone who has a page that looks like good and is growing and yours that you are not posting, So the possibilities and monetization and offers that come on a daily basis, I'm just so passionate about it because I need people to understand it. Sometimes you see creators, you'll be like, especially back home, and you say, this man that is giving her the money. And sometimes I just laugh, A content creator back home will make a video and that video can get like 2 million views,
Yes.
That 2 million views, she probably made around $10,000.
$10,000 on it. Mm-hmm.
Which man? And then she's posting consistently.
Consistently, yeah.
Who will give you back home? That's like 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna keep giving you 10 million every
month for
video?
that.
You know, and that's what people do not understand.
Yeah.
There's so much money to be made, and there's so many people that can inspire you, apart from even abroad or back home. Yes. Look at what Ruth Kadiri is doing with Nigerian movie on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Consistency every Thursday. I learned consistency from her. I don't know her, never met her, but I say this woman every Thursday, 5 p.m. There's a video that comes on. Now that's a whole movie that is 1 hour plus every Thursday. She makes, and she's one of those people that she makes a video now. It gets at least 1 million view in one day.
Wow.
One movie gets like 1 million view one day. Now, before you admire that, go and check the page and see how many videos. How many times she had to show up to build the followers that she has. She's 1.something million subscribers now.
Yeah.
But that took work.
Consistency.
The YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, they are not promoting you. It's not by your face. If you show up all the time, they don't have, algorithm does not have favorites. They will promote because you are showing up and you are additional quality, and that's one woman that you go and look at on YouTube and say, wow, you're not a musician, you're not but just a movie producer creating African stories, yet getting millions of views, posting every week consistently. As we speak now, she has created a different channel for French. So what is your excuse? People just start one thing. You will know when it's time to diversify into other things. Just with that one thing that you have. Now she gives speeches, she travels, countries invite her to come talk about, what she's doing. So there's no way you don't know something. There's also a woman who is on YouTube just sharing different drink recipes. Today, homemade drink for your family. Recipes. And she has 1.1 million followers, teaching us how to use ginger and lemon and some leaves and herbs to create juice and smoothies. And that's what she does with her blender. You don't even see her face. You just see her, the fruits and the blender. And when you watch it, did you learn how to make the juice or not? You did. So people followed because she goes straight to the point, no introduction. You don't even see her face. She just come, chop, 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 add all the things together, show you how she's doing it. Drink is ready. So we all have something.
Thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much. So if you are aspiring to be a content creator, what Mimi is saying is anything you are passionate about, limit it to one thing and show up consistently. If you are passionate about something, but you really don't know a lot about it, go learn, because mediocrity will not work. If you are passionate, but people don't see that you are good at it, they will not come.
Yep.
So thank you, Mimi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Before you go, what are you working on that you want to share with people so that they can go to your platform and be part of it? But I know you have a lot, but what is it that they can be part of that can benefit my audience? What is it that can benefit them, that they can go to your platform and be part of?
I'm actually working on a lot of things that I know. I'm currently writing a book that I call Content Creation as a Business. It's not out yet. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Aside that, every week you would find at least 3 videos on my page that you can learn. It can be about AI. It can be about an app.
She also has the subscription.
Yes, I do have a community.
She has a subscription on her Instagram. Yeah. So if you go there, she has a subscription. It's a group of people. She comes in, people ask questions, she throws in something, she talks. It's like a group coaching kind of.
Yeah.
You can subscribe.
Yeah, I do
And
have a community of like
it's a
minds on
community.
Instagram that
Yes,
you
yes,
can join. But
yes.
other than that, I also just anything that comes to my brain, I just put that phone on and I share. So at least you know that if you're on my platform, you will get to learn at least see 3 videos from me every week, and it will
Yes,
be
so
about different
just go
things.
to Mimi Ojieh on Instagram. She is delightful. She shares. If you want to know the new AI thing that is trending, just go
I'm your
there.
girl.
She will share. She will share
I'm your
it.
girl.
Oh, Mimi, thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming
Bunmi.
on the
Thank you, ma'am.
podcast and sharing your
Thank you.
knowledge with our
Thank you.
audience. And I love you. You know that.
Thank you so much. I love you too.
Uh,
Our feelings are mutual.
so,
Thank you.
Create Your Own Economy podcast is presented by Claro Growth Resources. We are an organization that promotes the growth and development of individuals, organizations, and also businesses. We do that through coaching. We do that through training and mentoring. So if your organization needs training, you need coaching, we are an organization that you can reach out to for your training and coaching needs. If you are trying to figure out if you are ready to go into business, and you are not sure, you can go to my website. I have a 10-point checklist. You can go through it and then figure out if you are ready. Or you can reach out to me for a free, just a free call. Just if you want to talk, go to clarogr.com and schedule a time. Or if you want to see the checklist, go to clarogr.com/checklist and just go through that list and see if you are ready for a business. Look, business is good. You can make money. You can turn your passion into business. And if you don't know where to start, reach out to Mimi, content creation. She can help you out. If it's about business, I do business coaching. I do training. You can reach out to us. We will support you. So thank you all for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. The best gift you can give me is by sharing this podcast with your friends, your family, and reviewing it, which will help this podcast to grow organically. If you want to create your own economy and live the life that you deserve, join my next workshop or schedule time with me. My purpose may as well be to help you on your journey. Visit clarogr.com/workshop. See you again next week.